The time has come in your life where so much is about to start going your way, my gorgeous Pisces. And I'm so happy for you indeed, because at the beginning of this week, within the first couple of days, something is going to happen. Something is going to take place which is literally going to shake your world in the best possible way. On one hand, you are going to have this great sense of urgency to hurry up with something, and then on another hand, you are beautifully going to be reminded of some kind of a dream of yours that you almost forgot about. This particular dream of yours that you almost forgot about, there is a very specific reason why did you almost forget about it. It's because sometimes the more you really separate yourself from something that we immensely are thinking about, the more we are trusting ourselves, the more we are trusting our spirit, and the more we are increasing this power of a mind-blowing manifestation, because that's exactly how it's meant to be done. When we want to do something, when we feel so passionate about doing something, if we are or trying to achieve something, if we just sit there and constantly, if we are just sitting there and constantly thinking about when is this going to happen, this amount of immense energy, it's only going to cause a certain pressure, and it's actually going to slow us down, because sometimes we are too intensely thinking about something happening, and then we just prevent the energy from flowing freely. And in order to allow the energy to flow freely, you just kind of know what you want to do, you know what you want to achieve, you already thank the universe, you already thank for these blessings coming into your life, and then you feel this, you connect to this, and then you move on to the other things. If we are not able to do this consciously, this is indeed going to happen subconsciously. If it's important, if it's the part of our destiny, if it's the part of our spiritual journey. Now, I'm not saying that you were sitting there and just immensely waiting for something really big and huge to happen. No, baby, no. But there are just so many different reasons why this kind of turned out to be in this particular way. So this gorgeous experience that you are going to have at the beginning of this week, this beautiful experience that you are going to have, it's really going to remind you to not to sway off your own path. This is important because this path is really pretty much so directly connected to your destiny. So this is going to be keep on coming back and bouncing back until you take this seriously. So this beautiful and gorgeous experience that you are going to have at the beginning of this week, it's not only going to remind you of your lifelong dream, but it's also going to clearly provide you with an interesting possibility, which is going to happen completely spontaneously. But the fact how optimistic and how happy you're going to feel, this in itself is going to kind of really help you. And it's going to make you to trust in life again. And this in itself is going to feel like a mini adventure. Oh my goodness, my gorgeous Piscelini, it's about so much pleasure that this is going to start bringing into your life. You're standing at the edge of something absolutely mind-blowing. You already need to understand that from a while back, when this already was like a part of your a lifelong dream, from a while back, you've already set your target. Subconsciously, you were doing things and you were brought to this particular point of your spiritual journey. Already back then, you already had a key, the spiritual key in your hand. And now you're about to unlock this door. This is important. Not only you're going to have a beautiful experience, gorgeous experience, but you're also going to have this possibility to make some kind of a dream of yours to come true. true, but this is going to come true with a greater speed, like you cannot possibly imagine how quickly this is actually going to unfold and start happening in your life. So it's not about great experience and the actual possibility, but it's at the same time an option to actually speed things up. It's to do with a rapid action that you're going to become aware of, which is going to bring such a great and swift change into your life, because now after this moment so many other things are going to start to manifest really quickly. One thing is going to lead towards another. Already by the end of this week, somebody very special and beautiful and unique and absolutely gorgeous spiritually, I mean, it's about to enter your life. A very special person is about to enter your life at around the end of the week, who is going to make a huge impact, because there is so much that you're going to learn through that about yourself through that person, and that person is going to learn so much about themselves through you as well. A mind-blowing combination indeed. But there are a few different things that are missing in your life right now that are going to be highlighted with that particular person. It is some beacon of beautiful, gorgeous spiritual light who is about to enter your spiritual journey, your path, and for you it's to follow. Absolutely gorgeous, a beautiful moment indeed. So this is already the part of like all this which is going to take place before the end of the week. But going back to this quick decision that you're gonna make, this quick decision that you're gonna make, listen, this is bringing a courage and passion into your life. It's also like kind of bringing an inner strength and focus. Why? Because it's about power, strength, and control, which are gonna play an absolutely massive role when it comes to you understanding that what are you doing right now, it's really, really wise. It's really, really wise, because you will know that all this is gonna start the process of an ultimate change. And once you start this, there is no way back, but you do not want to go back after this moment in time. Once you experience and start experiencing this energy on a completely different level, so much it becomes obvious to you that you've been going through and you were doing persistently things that were making you unhappy. Now you're gonna start realizing, oh my God, there was a lesson in this, there was a lesson in that, I've learned this, I've learned that. It's crazy in the best possible way, the way things are going to unfold. This is going to lead towards you being so much happier, but it's also going to lead towards your emotional stability. It's going to lead towards a huge accomplishment already by the end of this December 2023. Yes, by the end of December, I said 2023, you're already going to have a mind-blowing accomplishment, which is going to bring nothing but abundance into your life. What are you doing right now? You're nurturing your soul, you're nurturing your spirit, and you're also giving a birth to something which is going to literally keep on growing until the rest of your life, and it's keep on gonna making you like happy, and it's keep on gonna making you and showing you, it's gonna be leading the way. It's absolutely mind-blowing indeed. So you're already giving a birth to some kind of a dream of yours, birth to some kind of creation, which is going to make your life so much more meaningful indeed. This is the time of your evolution, the time of your personal growth, and most importantly, the time of action. All this is actually going to lead towards a mental clarity, and you're going to realize like, oh my God, I'm going to have some kind of a breakthrough with this, and I didn't feel like this in absolute ages. And there is also going to be a very interesting idea which you are going to have here, and that idea that you're going to have, it's gonna come through like some kind of a sharp mind, because you will see like, oh my God, you will be able to not only see things crystal clear, but there are going to be so many really fast quick indications that you're going to have quick realizations that you're going to have. You're going to surprise yourself like every single time when you're thinking about some kind of problem and issue, there is like really pretty much so almost immediately it's going to be some kind of a backup that is going to come to you in form of your mind, guiding you and making you aware how fast thinking you are at the moment. This is because this balance is doing this. It's like kind of important to be patient, in your life right now, and because you are going to find the meaning. You are going to find meaning, my gorgeous Piscelini, when it comes to your inner harmony, when it comes to what do you need to do, and when it comes to you understanding that you are going through the personal transition here. And this is going to be one of the most powerful transitions of your life. Absolutely mental in the best possible way. And also there is somebody who is very close to you, somebody who's really important to you, like a family member or a friend, somebody who you appreciate really greatly. It's going to have a kind of significant conversation with you, like at around the beginning of this week, and you're going to be talking about something really kind of unusual, something kind of supernatural or something like that. You're going to be talking about something quite weird, but then conversation is going to end up being completely different, and that person is going to be really honest with you, and they are going to tell you something which you're not going to like, but then you're going to almost like, oh my God, you've been too honest with me now. But then again, we need this. We need the power of the real people in our lives. They're going to point something about you, something that you're doing and you shouldn't be doing, something that you should stop doing at this stage of your life, something that became some kind of like addiction of yours without you even realizing it's an addiction. And you know that nowadays addiction comes in so many different ways. So this is why you should be grateful to this person, to this amazing person in your life, because it's going to point some kind of addiction of yours that you really should be paying attention to, because now it's okay, but later on, if you carry on, it is going to kind of get the better of you. Now you're still at a very specific stage where you can do something about it. And I can tell you that 9 times out of 10 people don't even know that they're addicted to something. I repeat, I'm not saying you're a junkie, but I'm just saying that it's some kind of addiction, that it could be anything nowadays, really. So you just need to kind of like be open-minded when it comes to what that person is going to say to you, because that person is going to single out the right thing, and it couldn't be happening at the better time of your life, at the time of changes. At the time of changes, you're also benefiting from a very, very kind of unique energy and unique vibration, which has got the power to heal you almost immediately, as long as you are doing the right thing. Okay, so this is why this is so important. And also at around the beginning of this week, there is something that you wanted to do for yourself, something personal that you are keep on putting aside. Something personal that you wanted to do for yourself that you keep on putting aside. Something that is going to make you feel so much happier. Doing something to yourself. It's maybe changing your hair. It's maybe like putting an earring in your ear. It's maybe like, I don't know, doing something to yourself. You were maybe changing a hair color. Don't do pink or blue, please. But it's just basically, it's like, no, I'm just joking. Just joking. Do whatever you want, But I'm just saying, do whatever you want. I'm just saying, But it's just, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want. I'm just saying, sorry, don't get me wrong. But it's just like something personal that you wanted to do, some kind of change. Please do this. Whether this is you changing your hair color, whether this is you're cutting your hair differently, whether this is you buying a different like a kind of t-shirt that you wouldn't normally wear, just do it, please, because there is something really specific that it's going to happen to you when that happens. You're going to come across somebody very, very interesting also, and that particular person who you're going to come across, it's going to give you an advice, like also like going to give you like really weird advice that you never asked, but you're going to find this really weird how this person knew which advice do you need, and this is only going to make you aware of the fact how intuitive you are at this stage of your spiritual journey. And after that moment in time, there are going to be a couple of things that you're going to notice that are going to interest you, that never interested you before. And I suggest it's also something that you kind of investigate as soon as you possibly can. So you see, again, one thing is literally going to lead to another. And also at around the beginning of this week, you're also going to come across somebody quite narrow-minded about something very specific. And you're not going to like this, and I'm suggesting to you that this is no one major in your life or something like that, so you should not waste your energy whatsoever. When you come across someone who is really narrow-minded about some kind of very specific subject that people get very touchy, feely around, you just should be really grateful to be who you are. Be grateful for yourself, really, and for your knowledge and how open-minded you are. But also at the same time, it's not about somebody being narrow-minded, but you having positive feelings about yourself. I'm glad I'm the way I am. That's how you're going to be. Thank God I am the way I am. But at that moment, something is going to happen, because you're going to realize that something that you've been worrying about, making the certain step, something that you have to be brave, making a certain step, making a certain move that you've been worrying about for so long, and it's to do with a change and alteration. Now this is going to give you this vavavumish power to understand that this change or alteration is something that you should immediately go for, but you're going to have to be tactical in order to maintain pace, and you're going to have to be persistent. It is not something that you can start and then just say, see you later, baby, see you later, alligator. No, baby, no. So this is to do with something really serious indeed. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, you know, you are gonna be reminded of this problem, this negativity. Oh my God, something that it's been keep on giving you anxiety, worry, a fear, something that was making you feel a little bit depressed at times, and something that could have even given you nightmares every now and then, and insomnia, you know, some kind of trauma maybe that you've been through, and something that you felt so hopeless about as well. So something is something you're going to be reminded of, some kind of problem, some kind of negativity, and some kind of obstacle. Now this in itself, it's so important for you to understand. It's getting to the point where it's shadowing you now. This has been going on for like a minimum of like a 15 months. Within the last 15 months, something happened to you, and it made you feel really negative, and it made you feel really anxious, and now it's getting to the point where it's shadowing you. Not only shadowing you, but overshadowing you, which means that it created like a pretty much so very heavy attachment, a restriction in your life, and it's also like kind of cause some kind of destructive behavior as well. It became very, very toxic. So now this in itself, it's really kind of going to, now you're going to be thinking about this, you know, you're going to be thinking about this, and you're not going to be able to stop thinking about this whatsoever. And this is because you're going to benefit from your inner guidance. Just remember that your intuition is going to be out of this world when it comes to this week. And at around a similar time, you are going to see a very interesting sign, which is going to come in a form of some kind of animal again, whether this is a cat, dog, a bird, whether this is maybe even an insect. It doesn't matter. It could even be an insect, but something very unusual and very specific. It's gonna be to do with that animals. Maybe beautiful, maybe strange, maybe unusual, maybe it's gonna be friendly when it's not meant to be friendly, maybe it's gonna be feral when it's not meant to be feral, but something so unusual it's gonna be happening when it comes to this animal, or when it comes to this insect that you're gonna come across. But this is going to come as a part of the unique omen, sign, and indication that, oh my God, like you are going to feel some kind of connection now with yourself. This is going to confirm the actual connection with your own spirituality, and you will know that what you were thinking at around that moment in time when you saw that omen, when you saw that animal, you will understand fully that you have to do something about it. You are the only one who can do this, because otherwise this is going to keep on creating toxicity in your life. So it's to do with something that happened to you, that you became so hopeless, you know, within the last 15 months, for example, you became really hopeless about it, and that overshadowed you to the point where it just like kind of created this restriction. You couldn't move on because of this. So now you will know exactly for the first time in your life not only what to do, but you are going to have a clear focus and clear indication. You will know exactly what do you need to do. It's about you doing something about it by being a leader in your life. You are going to bring that much needed stability, a structure, and that in itself, it's going to protect you. It's going to bring a gorgeous control into your life. It's going to bring a focus and practicality. This in itself, it's going to kind of like really open you up spiritually, and it's going to bring sudden awareness, when it comes to so many other things, but also of an importance, you're doing something about it. I really hope this is not too confusing. It's to do with something that happened to you within the last 15 months, and you've just kind of left that problem in the background. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. But now you need to do something about it, and you will know what this is. It's so important, my goodness, because at the same time, at around the midweek, you are really going to have, at around that time, you're also going to have such an unusual encounter, very strange encounter. But that encounter is going to make you believe in yourself a little bit more, but it's also going to make you believe of the power when you need to lead your way. It's going to open you up where you are going to realize, I am a leader, and that in itself, it's like really pretty much so going to kind of really show you how to do what you want to do at this stage. Brilliant. Look how many unusual aspects are going to take place, my gorgeous Piscelini. But I think that you're really going to enjoy this energy when it comes to this week. It's going to be weird energy, but very enjoyable, like where you gonna find yourself having so much more energy, especially when it comes to doing things that you enjoy doing, that you lately, within the last few months, you would lose energy really quickly. So now this is really going to help you to stay on top of things. It's like a little guiding light in itself, what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. Your own energy is going to be telling you. By the time you get to the last part of this week, this is mind-blowing. Big Mama about to step in, baby. And once this Big Mama is about to step in, everything is going to shake like never before. You're going to have such a beautiful news, information at around the end of the week, and I'm so happy for you. My goodness, this news and information, it's going to be your transformational moment. It's going to be your butterfly moment. It's going to be the moment where, from a butterfly, from a caterpillar, you are about to become a butterfly. That's signifying that particular moment. This news and information which you are going to have, it's going to make you feel really happy, because you will know that something that was a really kind of pretty much so something that you've been expecting, it's going to happen, and something that you were wanting, it's going to happen. Something you knew that this is going to happen, but you did not understand and realize it's going to go on this extent now. So it's to do with the success and the really good news when it comes to something that you've been putting so much of your precious energy towards, but it's going to really surprise you to which extent this is going to go to. It's going to be much more successful in so many different ways, and you're going to realize here that oh my God, this is going to start the process of ultimate change in my life. And that in itself means that now it's time for action, progress. Now you're going to become extremely determined. It's all about your willpower, control. You're regaining your control now, and that in itself, it's clearly going to show you the way. It's going to show you direction, and at the same time, you're going to feel a courage like never ever before, because you're going to be thinking about how you overcame that huge massive challenge at around the midweek, the one that was making you feel so depressed. You're going to be reminded of this challenge that you overcame, and you're going to be like, thank God for this. And that it's going to play a huge role when it comes to you gaining focus and the bigger picture. Now you're going to fully understand, like, oh my God, it's the time of a good luck, the time of a good karma. It's about the life cycle you're about to enter. It's about your destiny. It's about your turning point. But also at the same time, it's about what you're doing right now. It's actually going to bring a long-term success into your life. But there is something that you're really going to need to contribute. And what you're going to need to contribute towards at this stage is be as open-minded as you can. Don't have self-limiting beliefs. And also release negative thoughts. You need to release negative thoughts. By releasing negative thoughts, my gorgeous Piscelini, you're going to open to new perspectives, okay? And that in itself is going to lead towards much needed self-acceptance and also beautiful, gorgeous freedom indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Piscelini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.